Alright, HadesOmega here. So, I got a special little treat for you today. I'm doing a video on my Galant VR4. This is a 1990, oh, I don't remember if it was a 91 or not. It's a 90, I think it's a 91 Mitsubishi Galant VR4. And this is it's a very special car. It's not very many of these, it's a very rare car too. Not very many of these were imported in the U.S. And like I have it has the little badge that says it's limited edition. But yeah, so here it is. This is the Mitsubishi Galant VR4. This is also known as the Evo Zero, or the godfather of this Evo. So basically, a lot of the DSM technology was put into this car, and you used it for racing, and then from this car came the 1G DSMs and 1G DSM. Some of the technology from the 1G and 2G came from this car, and the Lancers. So the Lancer Evolution. So it's bigger than a Lancer. It's a sedan, and so it's more luxurious than a Lancer for sure. So let's get started with why I bought this car. So last year, I've had this car for like almost a year now, So I bought this off of some dude near Willows. He lived near Willows. That's, if you don't know where Willows is, it's think of where like Thunder Hill is. And it's like a little bit north of that, but yeah, I apologize for the wind and the cars. I couldn't really find a better spot to shoot a video, but anyway, yeah. So I bought this off this dude at Willows, and I think what he had planned for it was to do like track days in it, because it's got a lot of like suspension parts. This car has a lot of fiddling around done to it, and I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. But yeah, so I got this car for about $4,000. That's quite a bit of change, but for a limited edition car like this, and I apologize, it's a little dirty right now. I just decided to do this video. It's like it's a day after Christmas. But yeah. So anyway, this is gonna be kind of like it's gonna be a project. It's like a project show and tell. The car's not done yet. I've got a lot of mods that I still want to do on it, and I've had it for a year, and I haven't really done anything to it other than get it working. So let me talk about that. So if you may be familiar with this car through my vlogs, my repair vlog, because shortly after I bought this car, it threw its timing belt. Through its timing belt, it bent like 2 or 3 valves. And so I spent like a good maybe like almost 6 months getting this car running again. I put a new head in, ARP head bolts, new timing belt, I changed some of the seals and everything. But yeah, if you at the end of this video, I will put a link to the vlog playlist and like one of the videos. But if you want to check that out, but here it is. So yeah, the story is I bought this car from that dude. I drove it back, and it drove it back and made it back fine to San Jose. That's about like, I don't know, like 400 miles almost. It was really far. I had to drive a long way to pick up this car, and no problems until I drove it to drill one day in Stockton, and on my way home, it threw the timing belt. I was never in a car where a timing belt took a dump, but it was like I was getting on the freeway, and then it just suddenly lost power and it wouldn't go anymore. And I managed to like cruise to the side of the freeway, and I'll put some pictures of it. And yeah, so it sucked. It sucked a lot, and I wish I hadn't bought the car, because it cost me a lot more to get it running again. The guy was nice though. He offered to give me a 1G engine to throw in here, but I was like, man, I gotta go drive way the fuck down there and pick it up, and then I have this other engine lying around, then I have to do an engine swap. I'm like, blah, you know. So the good thing is I learned how to work on the 4G63. I have a Mitsubishi Eclipse, a 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and I've not, honestly, the car's engine has been really reliable, because when I bought the car, I believe the head gasket had just been replaced, the head had been replaced, because he told me some of the valves came off. So like they did all the work for me. So I had to fix this car. It basically had a busted head gasket. And he had assured me that the engine was like, it didn't have any miles on it. It was like a new engine from Japan, you know, a new used engine from Japan, and it had been all checked out and everything. Because this had, I guess the same thing had happened to this car before, like the head gasket blew or something. So yeah, and then so that blew, and then I went and did that vlog about me fixing it. So if you want to check that out, go for it. So here it is. So let me just let me just go over to mods real quick. Well, let's go check out the engine. How about that? So there it is. There's the 4G63. So it's a turbo 4G63 engine. The Galant VR4. The Galant VR4 it's an all-wheel drive turbo. And this engine is pretty much stock. This is the Galant is a true JDM car. This car has been imported from Japan. It's not like the DSMs. They weren't assembled in the US and designed in the US. It's pretty much a Japanese car. The Japanese engine. So I think the JDM engines come with the red valve cover. I'm not sure, but that's an interesting thing to note about this car. So, oh yeah, okay. So let me talk about. I call this car the Blackwidow Galant VR4 because, well, one, it's black. It's got this nice black. I'm not really sure what the color is. I'll put it down on the description below. I think it's like X31 or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. anyway, yeah. So I call it the Blackwidow Galant VR4 because when I was working on it, I found a bunch of Black Widows living in it, like all over the car. There's like a lot of Black Widows. So, and I was like, hey, well, the car's black and the engine is red, kind of like the hourglass on the Black Widow. So I figured, hey, well, what a fitting name for it, the Blackwidow Galant VR4. So that's what I call it. Yeah, so that's the story behind that. It's got the red engine and the black body. That's why I call it the Mitsubishi Galant Blackwidow VR4. So this car has a lot of suspension mods, but it doesn't have a lot of engine mods. The owner I bought it from had done like some basic engine mods, like this. It has an intake here. Oh, Jesus, a lot of spider webs here. Sorry, guys. So it has this custom intake here. It's really nice. Looks like someone did a good job welding it up. And it has a K&N air filter here. It actually, the battery is supposed to be here. This has been relocated to here. Really nice job. I think he did a great job relocating the battery. It looks stock, you know. Looks very nice. This is a Group 51 battery. It's like a Honda battery. It's pretty small. It has some hard piping. It has I think it's a ETS intercooler, and it's painted black, so you can't see it. Yeah, this car is like a super stealthy, man. Super sleeper. You would never be able to tell this thing is like a fucking turbo all-wheel drive rocket car. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. For the engine mods, it doesn't have an exhaust. I'm debating whether I put an exhaust on it or not, because I want to keep that sleeper. What I may wind up doing is get some 3-inch piping, weld it on, and then just keep the stock muffler. So it flows a little better, you know. And yeah, so there it is. It runs again. I changed the timing belt at 150,000 miles. But this engine does have one mod, and it has a small 16G turbo. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries small 16G turbo. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. See, it's so awesome, right? But the small 16G turbo is my favorite turbo. It's got good spool and it's got good power. The only problem is I have no supporting mods for it right now. So yeah, the air conditioning has been deleted. There's no air conditioning, so that's not there. It has. I installed a one of those racing pulleys, one of those underdrive pulleys, and then what else? Oh, the cruise control has been deleted too. So cruise control and AC are gone from this car, and they did a great job yanking the AC out. I was like, man, well, but they did leave the condenser in. I don't know why they didn't just take it out. That wouldn't have been too hard to do, you know. The condenser's still in there. You can see the lines are still here. Look around a bit, yeah. Down there you can see the AC line. It's kind of tough, but yeah, they even blocked all the holes in the firewall. So like, you know, all the stuff for the, I think it was called an evaporator or something, the thing that goes under the dash. So yeah, they even blocked it off with the little thing there, so it looks stock, you know. So yeah, so it's pretty much stock. It's pretty much stock minus the intercooler and the bigger turbo. And the problem with the bigger turbo is I don't have any supporting mods for it. I've got it at like maybe like 15 or 14 psi right now. Well, I had it was at 16 psi. Oh yeah, it has a boost controller here. I think it's a Hallman boost controller. Here, you see it, there's a boost controller hiding there. That's a very nice boost controller. You just twist the dial. It's got O-rings to keep it from changing boost. It's a very expensive one too. So the guy paid top dollar for the parts for this thing. And it's got my little fuel filter catch can mod here. Works pretty good. I haven't really driven this car that much, I'm sad to say. So yeah, those are pretty much the only mods it's got. I had to lose the fog lights. The previous owner had to take them out because the intercooler piping got in the way. I tried to put them back on, and I found out why you can't put them back on. So we'll talk about this car's suspension and the drivetrain. That's where where the previous owner did all the work. So this has a full racing coilovers. Those are like very, very good coilovers. I kind of don't like it. It's kind of too low right now. I'm gonna try to raise the car up. So the nice thing about the Galant is it's the front. It goes over the bumps really easily, but I think it's still too low. I still scrape on. I scrape the center on speed bumps and stuff sometimes. But like, it looks very nice. Look at that aggressive stance, you know. It's fully adjustable, everything, you know. It has white line sway bars, front and rear, I think. It has Cusco strut bars, front and rear. These are Lancer Evo 8 wheels, Lancer Evolution 8s. They're being powder coated black, and some weird. The previous owner did something weird, and he shaved the back because like the track is like off. So just to make the track straight even. I don't know. Also, this has the 4-wheel steering system deleted. So this has like, I think 3000 GT rear suspension on it or something. Oh, also it also has a 5-lug conversion. So normally these are 4-lug cars, but this came with 5 lugs, so you can put a lot of the newer Mitsubishi wheels and whatever, you know. Yeah, so it's got some big sticky tires and wheels, so awesome. And yeah, so he had deleted the rear suspension, the 4-wheel steering which is good. I'm not a big fan. I heard the 4-wheel steering on this car is kind of crappy, and it's just more stuff to break. Also, it has like I think it's a 4-bolt LSD in it. Let's go look at it. It's down there somewhere. 4-bolt LSD, and I think I'm having a problem with that LSD. This car says it's going 10 miles per hour than it's supposed to be going, so something is up with the drivetrain. I have to figure that out. So yeah, so there it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you. So I got some window tint installed. I did a vlog video on it, and these vent shades. I did these, so I've been doing a lot of cosmetic mods. But oh yeah, because this car doesn't have air conditioning, so I said like, man, I gotta tint the windows. It's because like this car is gonna be like hot shit. It's a black car, man. So let's go take a look at the interior. So I was very impressed on the Mitsubishi interior. This 90s car has excellent interior. Looks black leather, all black leather. Check it out. Awesome. And these are some brake rotors that I'm planning to install. The brakes suck on this. I don't know why. The brake pads suck or something. But I'm gonna do I'm gonna upgrade the rotors to drilled and slotted, and put a bigger the Outlander rotor upgrade on this. I was gonna put a backup camera on this. Yeah, just because it's kind of hard to see out the back, and it's kind of a long car. It has a Momo steering wheel. This is not stock, and I have put a energy quick release on this. It came with this Kenwood deck. It's pretty nice. You can use a USB memory card to play music and stuff. Yeah, so that's what the dash looks like, the gauge cluster. Very big numbers. I think it's kind of an odd looking dash. I'm more of a fan of the 2G dash. I put 2G instrument cluster. The numbers are so big, and they're in increments of 5. I don't know how they figured that out, you know. I would rather have like increments of zeros, right? You can actually change the color here. I think I have it on green right now, I think. Change the color of the backlight. That's kind of interesting. It has a double trip meter right here. Very nice interior. It has a clock right there. Clock. These are your basic HVAC controls. Very simple, easy. Actually has a left and right climate controls, like a left and right bias climate control. Actually, I think I did a video on the interior on this car. Yeah, but I'll go over it one more time. It has a sunroof that kind of doesn't work, and it uses all the lighting here, and it has some decent seats. It has a lumbar support, adjustable lumbar support here. You can see it move. There's a little lever here. You can adjust the seat up and down. It's got the weird Mitsubishi front and back controls. All the controls are on the side here. There's nothing under here. This has the custom Galant VR4 floor mats. It's got dirty in here, sorry. And it has power windows, power everything, man. You can check out the trunk. The trunk is like spacious. It's huge. This car is huge. And when you drive it, you notice it. It's a little big. But it's got that grip. So it's definitely not as nimble as an Eclipse, I'll tell you that. The Eclipse is a little smaller car than this, but man, you can put it's a nice everyday car. So there it is. That's the trunk. This interesting thing is there's a little bump here for the spare because it's not flat because you got that drivetrain underneath. Changed all the lights to LEDs in the back, most of them. Still got the stock muffler. Yeah. So here's this. So I got a bunch of mods that I still need to do, and they're in the car. And I will do another video when I get them installed, you know? Yeah, let's see what we got here. I got an AM UE Go, so I'm going to install a wideband. I got a fuel pump in the car somewhere. I'll show you that later. This is the brake upgrades. Yeah, fuel pump upgrade stuff. This is a muffler. I don't know if I'm gonna install it. It's a dual tip 3-inch muffler. It's kind of cheap looking. There's an oil filter back here. What the hell is this? To get stuff back here, I don't even know what it is, man. But these are all parts that I was gonna install in the car. I think these are brake pads. Yeah, they're brake pads. Yeah, so the brakes really suck on this car. I'm not happy with the brakes. My Eclipse brakes way better than this car. Yeah, there's an angled plate adjuster, but I'm not going to install that. Actually, I kind of like the way the previous owner installed this this license plate bracket. It's at an angle on the side here, because he can put the fog lights. I was thinking of putting the fog lights back in, so I was going to move this, but yeah, it's got some clear corners here already. But yeah, it's a nice little bracket that goes underneath here. And like, so I don't know, the dude was like an aircraft mechanic, so he's probably very good with the welder. Yeah, so very, very cool. Here's the fuel pump right there. That's a 190 fuel pump, well, 190 LPH, I think. That we'll definitely need that. And actually, I bought a DSM link for this car. I have to install that too. So I got DSM link. And then I have some Evo injectors I was going to install on here, so to help feed the turbo. And that's it. You know, I'm not gonna go all crazy on this. I'm just gonna do get some basic mods, the foundations done, and then that's it. Yeah, so there it is. There's a Project HadesOmega Galant Blackwidow Galant VR4. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will probably post another video when I'm done doing the mods on it. I'm hoping to get this done in like the next year. I've just been so busy, you know. I don't have time to work on it. I'm kind of up in the air whether I should sell it or not, because I'm thinking like, I don't really need this car. It's just kind of like a toy car. And if I want to do track days, I just think I'd just rather do it on a motorcycle, you know. Yeah. I'll show you that. I'll show you the shifter and. So this is the shifter. It's a Delrin shifter. It has I bought this cool cup holder. I don't remember what brand it is, but it's the one that attaches to the vent, because this does not have a cup holder. Actually, it does have a cup holder, but it's right here. It's the funky magic one. I don't know how to take it out though. But it's not a good cup holder. Basically, you have to leave this open, take this out, put it down, and then that's your cup holder. It's not a good cup holder. It's a 90s car, so 90s cars didn't come with good cup holders. So also, the gauges are down here. There's an odometer, air fuel gauge, and a boost gauge, and they're like totally useless there. I'm gonna relocate them to here. I got this gauge cup pod here. It's a carbon fiber gauge pod thing for the speakers. It's gonna go like right here somewhere, so it's much easier to see like the gauges. Like, what's the point of having the gauges there? You know, you can't see them, you can't monitor them. I do like checking out the boost. You got to be able to see the boost and the air fuel ratio, right? So your engine don't blow up. That's what they're there for. Yeah. So other than that, that's pretty much it. It's just, I did some LED light mods here. And surprisingly, a lot of the stuff works on the car. Like I said, the car is too low right now. I'm gonna raise it 2 inches in the back and 1 inch in the front, and I think it needs more preload in the front. I'll put some links to some other videos on the Galant VR4, and like maybe I'll put a link to the mod page, this car's webpage. So if you want to check out the full specs on it. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out that this car has a auto belt delete on it. This Galant VR4 used to have the auto belts, the one that goes up here and here, straps you in. It has manual belts now. Which, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've never owned a car with auto belts, but they kind of fucked up putting it on. I guess they tried to glue something onto here and it fucked the plastic up, so it's all bubbly. Actually, I was able to get another one right here though, but I was gonna put a A-pillar pod here, but I decided to go with the speaker pod instead. It's more stealthy, you know. So, but I put the stud here to hold it in place. So I just need to put the nut in now. There it is. So yep, yeah, no more auto belts. I think the back is regular belts. Yeah. All right. Also, I wanted to point out what number the Galant VR, the Blackwidow Galant VR4 is, and it is 1373 out of 3,000 or 2,000. 1373 out of 3,000. There it is. It's hiding under my dash mat. All right, HadesOmega out.